Today, in the world of Naruto, we get a history lesson by the one and only the Sage of the Six Paths. Now, a lot of you last week were telling me, Sawyer, Naruto did not wake up in the Toby dimension. He woke up in a puddle of his own urine. You were right. Because you could see the ripples and the droplets in the water. And initially I thought that this area was the same area where he usually would go in to talk to Kurama, where the cage was. Except because Kurama has been extracted, there's no Kurama to have conversations with. And instead, we're left with a babbling, three-eyed old man that has the Rinnegan in each of his sockets. Then again, this spiritual realm might not be the same type of realm in where he has conversations with Kurama, because usually when he wants to talk to Kurama, he meditates, and in this case, he almost died. Meditation and death are kind of close cousins, but whatever. What I did find interesting is that the babbling from the Sage of the Six Paths isn't really babbling. It's just a tool that Kishimoto uses to highlight the fact that this guy, this person, the creator, is in another level. He's in another level culturally, intellectually, and value-wise, which is why Naruto can't comprehend the words that are coming out of this guy's mouth. There's a huge gap. And, I mean, to Naruto's defense, really, despite all the character development that he's had throughout the series, the only type of words that he can really understand are the fucking instructions on the back of the ramen noodle box. Because of this, unfortunately, what you end up having is 50% of the chapter revolving around Naruto just complaining about not understanding the fucking words. But, see, I think the shock value of showing the Sage of the Six Paths for the first time ever in the entire series kind of overshadows, Naruto's dumbness. And I like how he's floating on those bijou bombs as if, that's his chair. And he can also make the staff levitate. He looks a little bit older than I thought he would, but at the same time, that's probably because subconsciously I thought he was going to look more like Naruto. Which I have to say, it's a good thing that he doesn't. And it's a good thing that the parallel is sort of, rebuked in this one chapter, in that he says, you are not a reincarnation of me. You are a reincarnation of one of my sons, but not me. Which is good, because I think it humbles Naruto's character a little bit more. Because if he were to say, you are my reincarnation, that'd be, well, Naruto's pretty much a god. What this does is that because of the struggle that Naruto had to go through, because he had it hard and harder than Sasuke ever will, he's in a better place. And I think it's well handled in the fact that he realizes that he can't do things alone. He needs other people. He needs to know that he cares about people, and that other people care about him, and that's the way that you become a leader. So as I'm reading this, I'm thinking to myself, the message of this chapter sounds really familiar. Who said something similar to that? Oh, right, Itachi. Being Hokage is not about being recognized in your village, Naruto. Only those who are already recognized and admired will ever become Hokage. That's words, according to Saint Itachi. By the way, is Ashura, the name Ashura, is that supposed to be a god in Asian mythology or something? Because I know Zoro, that's one of his techniques that he uses in One Piece. And by the way, Indra, Sasuke has to be the reincarnation of Indra. There's just no other way around that. Which makes me think that if Naruto was about to die and he was able to talk to the Sage of the Six Paths, can Sasuke be able to talk to the Sage of the Six Paths as well? Probably not, huh? I don't think the Sage of the Six Paths is as interested in his other son's reincarnation, which is favoritism, I might add. It's favoritism, and maybe that's one of the reasons why the other son got butthurt and decided to start a war. I'm just saying. Just a little bit more family equality would have done the trick and stopping this whole fucking war. I'm just kidding, because then you would have to go back to Kagura, who took the fruit. So, by the way, Kagura's design does kind of look like a rabbit. I liked her, pointy ears. There's this part where the sage is talking about genetics and passing down your genes, your good genes. And he says, no matter how superior or excellent the parents are, that power won't necessarily be inherited by the child, as I'm sure you know. And there's a shot of Minato and Kushina's reflection on the water. And so I'm going, yeah, that's true, because Naruto can't pull chains out of his ass, and he doesn't trip as much as Minato. Overall, I think what you can take from the sage himself is just that, cooperation is the way to go. Ninjutsu was the thing that corrupted the entire ninja world. His religion, Ninshu, was meant to create harmony and peace and just bonding amongst people. And then people got power hungry because that's just the way we are, and that fucked everything up. This chapter really does touch on like the historical basis for the entire series in a way, and not just that, but like the themes of the series. The whole like genius versus hard work sort of binary. I mean, because back in the day, and I don't know if this is true now, but like people would really complain about Sasuke doesn't have to do shit to get his power ups. He just gets eyes and just gets emotional and boom, new eyes right off the bat. And Naruto has to train his ass off. And I think the whole point of not just this chapter, but perhaps the series, is that, yes, Naruto had to train his ass off. Naruto was ostracized in the beginning. He wasn't liked by his peers. He needed to fight for acceptance. But I think the point of it is that he's better for that struggle that he had to overcome. That's why Jiraiya at one point said, I don't like working with geniuses. They're no fun. They bore the hell out of me. There's no struggle there. It all comes easy to them. I was kind of curious to see Guy in this chapter. But then again, I think everything is going to work out because I don't know how fast time goes by in this dimension, in this spiritual world. So maybe like 5 minutes could be like half a second in the real world. So Kishi can make it work. And I really appreciate the fact that we finally get the designs of these characters that are the foundation for the Naruto world. We got to see what Kagura looks like, we got to see what the sons look like, and we've seen depictions of them before. It's just that they were on tablets. I thought the chapter was really, really cool because we got like a lot of historical background and exposition that we needed to get in order for the series to arrive at its climax. Because if you don't know the mistakes of the past, you're just going to keep doing them. That reminds me of a scene from Lion King where Rafiki's like, you see, he lives in you. And I was kind of hoping for Naruto to get a new mode after this conversation, even though Sasuke's the one who really needs the power up. Because Naruto's like, can you get me out of here? Can you help me leave this place? And the sage says, no, that is up to your friends in the outer world. That is up to them. I can't help you in that way. So I'm wondering if the sage is going to be able to help Naruto to obtain new power. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, like the video if you did. Subscribe. Bye.